When we relaunched JennAir in 2019, we're proudly going to be offering our new two looks of Rise and Noir in our wall oven platform as well. It's very important that in this sale, often it will start with the cooking purchase instead of a refrigeration. And with this consumer, it is about aesthetics and design. So that's what we're going to have a look at first. Inside, you're going to see that we have that darker interior again. It's something very different from your consumer's existing wall oven. Now, some will have concerns that it's going to be too dark in there. This is when you can talk about our staggered lighting. It's going to have a benefit of minimizing the shadows of the cooking of what's going on. It's going to have the added benefit of not having to open the door for inconsistent results. Now, these units have our third light. We call it our chef's light. It's found in the upper middle. Now, there are other manufacturers that have that third light, but JennAir is the only one that has it angled towards the middle of the oven where the majority of the cooking is going to happen. Now, this unit has 6 different racking positions, and in the porcelain, those numbers have all been embedded because I'm going to give them some tools on which racking position to use. So that's going to come in handy in a few minutes. In the back, you can see my V2 convection cooking system with that beautiful stainless steel plate that has a DuraFinish covering. Again, the concern will be that it looks great in the showroom, but not great once the consumer starts using it. This too, with minimal water and paper towel, can be kept looking this clean. Now, our wall ovens will also be showcasing our new flat tine rack design. They will come again for that added stability of the cooking vessel and the additional bonus of having a better transfer of heat. Our new wall ovens will come with 3 rollout racks as well for your consumer that can be placed in any racking position. These units will come with a soft close door as well. So let's have a look at some of the feature content, because my total convection cooking power is over 13,000 watts. So I'm going to offer the consumer some assistance in that. And for that, we're going to talk about our Culinary Center. Here, for your Culinary Center, bottom right corner from your home screen, we have over 55 different presets recipes set for your consumer. We're going to ask them a few simple questions and then give them the result that we've promised. So for today's example, we're going to be looking through our 7 different preset categories, but we're going to end up on roasts. Again, I can see that there's lots of different choices for this consumer. Not only are they dealing with a lot more power, but they should have additional confidence. And that's what we're doing here by offering them a sous chef in their kitchen. We'll be cooking a prime rib today. Now, the next question that the oven is asking the consumer is, how would you like your prime rib finished? Often when you go to a high-end restaurant, the waiter will have the same conversation with you just to make sure that your perception of well done or rare is the same as the cook in the back. As your customer scrolls through their different options, you'll be able to see the colors in the LCD screen change so we can align my perception with what my oven has been programmed to. We'll select medium. Next, the oven's going to ask the consumer what is the type of cooking vessel that prime rib will be cooked in. It will default to the recommended, in this case will be a broiling pan. Again, we're offering different options for the consumer because they may not have one on hand. Next up, it's going to give the consumer just some final instructions before they press start. It's going to let me know the targeting probe temperature. It's going to again highlight which of the racking positions that the rack should be put on with their prime rib and their roasting pan. And then finally, it's also going to give me a little tip about where I should be inserting the probe. If your customer isn't looking to expand their culinary prowess, then you can talk to them about the My Creations. We all have something that is a favorite to cook in our family. You can scroll down and press this option. So now what we can do is offer your customers a program cooking with up to 3 steps so they can save it and they don't need to go through the same steps every time that it's Friday night and it's lasagna night in the home. So there's a few other things that we're going to want to talk about here. First of all is that our wall ovens will be working with our newly enhanced JennAir app. So we've already talked about a few of the benefits. Remote temperature monitoring is one of them. Now our app will be available in English and French, Apple and Android. And in 2019, customers will also have the ability to control their units through their Apple Watch as well. With this, you can now do remote temperature monitoring, meaning your customer doesn't need to get up, keep looking at the countdown timer, how close the probe is to temperature. That can all be done remotely through their phone, their Apple Watch, or their tablet as well. A couple other benefits for your consumer. The biggest one is really over-the-air updates. The phone that you're perhaps watching this video on, or the tablet, it is not the same phone or tablet you purchased. Sometimes you say, yes, I'd like that new operating system installed. All they're doing is making sure that we are minimizing the bugs and the downtime in your lifestyle. For the JennAir customer, we're going to be able to offer the same thing in 2019. We'll be able to offer them updates, better cooking results, perhaps more recipes as well, and only, of course, with their permission. They can opt in or opt out, or as many of these options as they're looking to do. The best way to explain it is that when they opt in, we, the manufacturer, can take better care of their appliance from afar. They can update their appliance without updating their appliance. Now, there's a lot of new things coming in 2019, but there is one thing that's missing, and that's going to be our big JennAir logo. As you can see, we've really started to minimize the logo, and that's part of the discerning indulger trend. It's what they call anti-logo. It's like this won't ask, don't tell kind of mantra. Now, this is all happening in 2019, but we do have a sneak peek of what's happening in 2020, and this would be an example of our Rise look. So again, we've got something a little different going on for our second generation. The biggest difference, though, is going to be the finish of the product. We're tightening up the reveal. That's that space in between the oven and the wall, and we're going to be able to get it down to 1/8 of an inch. So it's a great finish for the cabinet maker, for the home, having that truly built-in look built in. One other big change is that in 2020, our wall ovens will start being shipped with our flush install kit as well. So again, no hidden line item on the bill, no additional cost for your consumer.